Good morning students, how are you all? I am Shweta Mudgal, a representative of Shiv Jyoti Educational Group. So students, today we will start with the part 2 video of the Civics chapter 5, that is Judiciary. Open your book and we will start with the remaining topics, that is on page number 57, part 2. Students, we have already covered the what is the role of the judiciary, what is an independent judiciary. I hope you got it. Now, the remaining topics will be covered in this video. What is the structure of courts in India? What are the different branches of the legal system? Does everyone have access to the court? Let's begin with the structure of the courts. Students, as we are living in a country is divided into states and states are divided into districts. There are several districts which is headed by a district judge, and above that High Court and the Supreme Court. We can divide this into three, that is District Court, High Court and Supreme Court. The courts that most people interact with are called subordinate or district courts or tehsil level courts. We are having many courts at the bottom level, but only one at the apex level, that is Supreme Court. Each state has a high court which is the highest court of the state. Means each state has their own high court which is known as the highest court of the state. Now come out on the picture of the High Court of Madras. High courts were first established in the three presidency cities of Calcutta, Bombay and Madras in 1862. The High Court of Delhi came up in 1966. Currently, there are 25 high courts in India. Students, here you have to make a correction in your book where it has written 24 instead of 25, but currently there are 25 high courts in the state. It is given on page number 58. Please make a correction. This is the current scene which I am telling you. Students, the Punjab and Haryana share a same high court or a common high court in Chandigarh, and the fourth northeastern state share common high court at Guwahati, and Hyderabad is also a common court which is being shared by Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. This is a picture of Rajasthan High Court. We are living in Rajasthan, so it is very important for you to know the picture of the High Court. Now the Supreme Court. As I have told you that there is only one apex body, I can see is the top level. The decision made by the Supreme Court are binding on all other courts in India. It is located in New Delhi. Okay. The Supreme Court is located in New Delhi. It is the top one apex level. Now, in India, we have a integrated judicial system. Students, these two terms is very important for you to know. One is integrated and second is appellate system. What is integrated judicial system? Which means that the decision made by higher courts are binding on the lower courts. Mean the decision which is laid out by the Supreme Court, all the lower courts have to run with them. With that, the appellate system exists in India, which means that a person can appeal to a higher court if they believe that the judgment passed by the lower court is not just. Means a person can appeal to the higher court if they think that they have not got just. So, to understand this appellate system, we will discuss a story in the next slide. The structure of the courts from the lower to the highest level is such that it resembles a pyramid. It looks like a pyramid. Lower courts, there are many courts at the bottom, then High Court. Each state has a High Court, and Supreme Court only one, that is in Delhi. This is the apex body. The Supreme Court is headed by the Chief Justice and 25 other judges. They are appointed by the President of India. So, as I told you earlier, to understand the appellate system, let us track a case, that is versus Delhi administration versus Lakshman Kumar and others. What was that case? It will make you clear to understand the appellate system. In February 1980, Lakshman Kumar, his 20-year-old wife Sudha and their family lived in Delhi. On 2nd December, Sudha died in the hospital due to burns. Her family members filed a case. First, they filed a case on the trial court. On the basis of evidences, means all the proofs, the trial court convicted her husband, mother-in-law and brother-in-law and sentenced all 3 of them to death. This was a decision of that court which was given by the trial court, that they all were sentenced to death. Then they went to the High Court to appeal against the verdict of the trial court. What happened there? Let us see. The court decided, after listening the evidences and all the lawyers, that Sudha had died due to an accidental fire, means they proved that it was an accidental death caused by kerosene stove. What happened then? What was the decision of the High Court? 3 of them were acquitted. So, you are getting by this that the decision given by the High Court and the trial court was different, and you will also know that the decision given by the Supreme Court were also different. What was that? Found mother-in-law and husband guilty. However, there was no evidence against the brother-in-law. The Supreme Court decided to send the accused to prison for life. So, students, here you will get the meaning of the appellate system, means the decision given by all of 3 courts were different. And what would happen here? The decision which laid out by the Supreme Court will consider valid or the final, and all the subordinate courts would have to run with the decision which has been given by the Supreme Court finally. The decision will be considered final, the decision which has been given by the Supreme Court. So, the appellate system is clear here. Now, what are the different branches of the legal system? As you seen in the dowry death, which falls within the crime against the society and the violation of a criminal law. So, courts deals with the civil law as well. Both will make you understand by this table what is the basic or the significance differences between the criminal law and the civil law. Deals with conduct or acts that the law defines as offences. Example, theft, harassing a woman, dowry, murder cases come under the criminal law, and it deals with the dispute relating to sale of land, purchase of goods, rent matter and divorce cases come under the civil law. For that, it usually begins with lodging of a first information report, that is a full form of FIR, first information report, who investigating the crime, after which a case is filed in the court. In civil law, a petition has to be filed before the relevant court by the affected party only. If found guilty, the accused can be sent to jail and also fined, and in civil law, the courts give the specific relief asked for to solve this case. So, we can say here that court plays a very efficient or a crucial role in protecting the fundamental rights of the citizens. The last topic is, does everyone have access to court? Yes, students, this is a right of everyone to access to courts. As we are citizens of India, we can approach directly to the court if our laws are violated and is being hampered. All citizens of India can access the courts in this country. The courts are available for all, but in reality access to courts has always been difficult. How is it difficult? Because India, there are so many people who are not educated enough, who are not literate enough to file a case in the court, because it is a process which needs lot of money and paperwork, as well as take a great time of deal. Their families are depending on a daily wages, they are not as much rich, they cannot afford it, so it becomes difficult for them. So, to get the solution of this problem, in response to this, the Supreme Court is the early 1980s devised a mechanism of public interest litigation, PIL, to increase access to justice. It was introduced by a Supreme Court to make it easy to contact or to appeal in the, to file a case in the Supreme Court or a court What is PIL? On a behalf of a person who is being accused, whose rights is being violated, any other organization or a person or a relative can file a case on his behalf. It is just a simple, but just by sending a telegram or a letter addressed to Supreme Court will consider as the case will be filed just by sending a telegram or a letter addressed to a Supreme Court. To make it easy access to all, the Supreme Court has introduced PIL. Any relative or any organization can file on behalf of a person whose right has been violated. It allowed any individual or organization to file a PIL in the High Court or the Supreme Court on behalf of those whose rights were being violated. This is a picture of public interest litigation. Now students, did you know that this is a fundamental right of a citizen under Article 21, which provided right to life, also included right to food. In that favor, the midday meal that the children now receive in government and government aided school is just because of a PIL. How is it? I am going to show you through certain slides. In picture 1, 2001, the drought in Rajasthan and Orissa meant that millions faced an acute shortage of food. They were facing a shortage of food, there was a drought. On the same, meanwhile, the government godowns were full of grain. Often this was being eaten away by the rats. In this situation, what happened? PIL works here. Hunger Meals Plenty organization called the People's Union of Civil Liberties or PUCL filed a PIL in the Supreme Court on the behalf of the person who were not getting the food. So, Supreme Court ordered the government to provide a food, to take certain steps to provide food to all along with the midday meal. Directed the government to provide midday meals to children, to provide more employment, to provide food at cheaper prices through the government ration shops. So, this picture make you clear how the PIL works. An important issue that affects the common person access to justice is the inordinately long number of years that courts taken to hear the case. As I have told you earlier, that court exercise a crucial role in interpreting the fundamental rights of the citizens. Court interpreted Article 21 on the right to life, which included right to food also, and directed the state government to take certain steps to provide food to all. So, we can say that government has taken lots of steps for to improve the conditions of the people who are being suffered from any kind of problem. But it is also a little bit drawback of it that it takes a lot of time. Due to that, many people don't want to appeal or file a case in the court because it takes lot of time. The phrase justice delayed is justice denied means if you are delaying from the justice, you are denying the justice. Is often used to characterize extended time period of that courts take. But instead of that, we cannot deny that Supreme Court has done a lot for our people. In spite of this, there is no denying that the judiciary has played a crucial role in democratic India, serving as a check on the powers of the executive and legislature. They also keep a checks on the powers of the executive and legislature, which prevents them to misuse their powers, as well as protecting the fundamental rights of the citizens. That's all with this chapter. I hope you get it. Go through the chapter once again, you will definitely get it. Thank you so much.